Libra, welcome to your session. Not Libra, Scorpio. Welcome to your session. My apologies, Scorpio. I've been doing that lately. I think I did that to Leo's reading. I was started Leo's reading off as cancers. So my apologies, Scorpio. This is your session. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. What deck should I use to start your session? If you are new, welcome. As you can see, this is still a fairly new channel, so make sure that you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. Scorpio, I don't have a direct message for you, and that does not mean that it's a bad thing. Scorpio, I'm being guided to tell you, if you knew all the answers, would you be where you are today? Like if you knew where you would be currently today by knowing all of the answers, do you think you would be where you are today if you knew what you know now? I don't know what that means. And I'm not pretending like I don't know. That's what I just channeled. If you knew all the answers, do you believe you would be where you are today versus knowing the answers now? Knowing the answers now, are you where you are? Are you where you want to be today? Huh. Give me some self-awareness messages for Scorpio. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading. I'm being guided to put them all up right and then shuffle. Allow this reading to bring clarity, confirmation, understanding for Scorpio. Thank you. I'm being guided to read this deck to you, Scorpio. How many cards did I put up right? Upright? This is my self-awareness deck that I made. Self-conscious. This was in reverse and it got put upright. So this lets me know that you're in your right mind. Uptight. Whatever you experienced up to this point, the fact that it's kind of like it's better to know now than later. And that's connecting to that channel message. If you knew all the answers, would you be where you are today versus the answers you now know? You have every reason to be uptight. Wonder. See, you're questioning life. Are you questioning, are you doing the right thing? You have shy, concepts, thoughtless. You're overthinking Libra. You may have Libra in your chart, Scorpio. It's adjudication here. You're overthinking. You're overthinking. And I'm being guided to pull them by 6. Stop being shy. You're overthinking it. It's like you're telling yourself you're shy or you're telling people you're shy, but you are not. You're feeding shy, but you use that for your advantage. You're penny pinching with uptight and concept. You think that a poor man way of being is going to open up some type of opportunity where I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't invest in yourself, there is no re-up. Double up. You have to invest to be able to, it's like you have to, that's the sacrifice. So penny pinching only lasts for so long. And unfortunately, Scorpio, you may find yourself taking from others. Are you thinking about taking from others? And this could literally mean that you position yourself where you're not greedy, but you take a little here and a little there. Meaning, for instance, say me and you are connected, Scorpio, and you position yourself where you don't come off as needy, but you make it very aware of the areas in your life where you need assistance. And so people show up in your life, or you reveal to a certain person who's willing to provide. You don't take much, but you take just enough. Or this is what you're thinking and pertaining to how you'll be operating. So when it comes to your character, you're using the character of shyness, and you're in your right mind doing it, but you're not shy. That's the secret. You're actually uptight, meaning when it comes to your money, you don't give, but you take. And I'm not saying this to make you feel some type of way. There's something that you don't see here. You're thinking about a master plan, another master plan on how to take. And shyness opens up an opportunity to receive. Why is this thoughtless here? Nervous is in reverse. So you've done if it's worked in the past. Okay. What is the word of advice for this spread? For Scorpio? Denial. You're being asked, Scorpio, to stop clinging on to taking from people and do the work yourself. It doesn't say you don't have. It's just you rather use other people's resources than your own. It's like you are a creator. You know how to create many ways on taking, and it works for you. And I think once you accept your nature of taking is when you will be inspired to stop penny pinching. I don't know what this what is penny pinching? What does it say? Inattention. No, you don't like to touch your money. You'll penny pinch it, but you won't. You'll rather take from others. What else? Pride. Scorpio, what you don't see, if you have enough space to stop being a taker and accept that you are a taker. If you choose not to, you will be forced to. Meaning you're then going to have to dabble in whatever your savings is, or whatever your pinnacle is, whatever is value to you will be taken. Okay, let's see what the next spread says. Incentive. What is this? Bothered in reverse. Oh, you're bothered. This is going in from this one. So you have a lead here, and you're bothered that an opportunity, that someone didn't tell you about an opportunity I don't know if this is an idea. It's like you mentioned something to someone and you got left out and you're acting like you're not bothered, but you're bothered. It says, I am who God says I am. This is in reverse. This is either the lone wolf or you're just lost in general. You ran out of, this is telling me that you didn't choose to accept being a taker and using what you have instead of taking from people. And it looks like it's already taken place where you've been forced, where you're not able to take from people anymore. And you are bothered that some type of money that you were supposed to have a percentage of, you didn't get. And it just feels like it was voted to not give it to you because you have already shown that you're not a giver, you're a taker in the past. So you're trying to demonstrate that you are not a taker anymore. Nostalgia. You're in the past. You're stuck in the past. Exploration. You're stuck in the past. I don't know what year you're stuck in, but you're stuck in the past, Scorpio. Clarify nostalgia, centeredness. You're stuck in, I don't know. Have you ever experienced a person or have you found yourself saying what you used to, I had? You're stuck in that time area when you had. Tell me about this insensitive, timid. This situation humbled you. Whatever money, that percentage of money that you were supposed to get, and it was voted to not give it to you because of being a taker and not a giver. It humbled you. Overall, clarify this, Fred. And Divine wants me to go through this whole deck. Oh, Jesus. Service, acts of service. Yeah, service. It humbled you. I'm about to call you Capricorn. You may have Capricorn in your chart. It says, I feel good when I help others. So it feels like you are trying to demonstrate that you're not a taker anymore. But what's going on behind the scenes is you're still in the past trying to figure out the next master plan. So Scorpio, don't hold a mask. The first spread said, accept who you are, your nature, a taker. Bottom of the deck is honesty. See? Mm-hmm. I'm being guided to go to the next spread. As I say, conscious. Yeah, you're not in your right mind because you're not getting your way. Intro perspective is in reverse. You can't come up with a master plan. This is like life being like your back's against the wall. Mindful is in reverse. There's no consideration. Secure in reverse. There's no stability. There's no grounding. Introversion. Awareness is in reverse. What is the word of advice here for self-awareness message from Scorpio? It's not just your people trying to humble you, Scorpio. The universe is trying to humble you too. Loneliness. You're being forced to learn a lesson and you're not the only one. So if you're another zodiac sign and you resonate with this is going on in the collective. So just know Next message. A lesson that has to be learned. And the only way you're going to learn it is if everything is taken from you so that you can appreciate. Appreciation. Searching in reverse. You won't have access. Introverted in reverse. The opposite of introvert is extrovert. You could be addicted to people. Nonchalance is in reverse. Now you care, or you will care. Distress is in reverse. Incomprehension is in reverse. Enlightenment is in reverse. This lets me know you're too smart for your own good. It's just you won't show it. You have upset here. You're upset because you're not getting your way. What is the word of advice for Scorpio? So overall message is being forced to learn the lesson of accepting who you are. Blame. Yeah, that's up in the air. You can't even you're not even in a position where you can even, project your failures on anyone. It's like you're exposed, Scorpio. When it comes to you, you're being forced to take responsibility. Not just responsibility, but accountability of your well-being. So this is more so of an intervention, Scorpio, whether you want to accept it or not. You're the first person I'm doing this for. Calm, clueless, unsophisticated in reverse, asleep in reverse. You're trying to run. Cool in reverse, false promises. This is a Scorpio that's trying to run from your problems. You're acting. You're trying to find another prospect, Scorpio, but you don't have access to another prospect. I don't think you don't. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you are not accepting that there's no running from this lesson. There's no running away from it. Even God himself is saying, nope, you have to learn this lesson. I can't bless you until you learn this lesson, or unless you're just going to accept that you are a taker. And if you're going to be a taker, then ride it till the wheels fall off. I mean, Scorpio, are you a gangster? Because only gangsters live by the sword and die by the sword. I'm just saying. If you're not a gangster, then why are you why are you putting yourself in a situation that can be resolved? This can be resolved. You're making the situation worse for no reason. Word of advice here. And this, at this point, it just feels like your mask of clueless and calm together with the sleep in reverse and what is that? Not introspective, unsophisticated in reverse. What used to work don't work no more. False promises and cool is in reverse. What you don't see is doubt. What used to work is supposed to always work. And you doubt that if you finally remove yourself from being a taker and position yourself to being a giver, what you don't see is once you do the acts of service of giving, then you'll receive again. But you won't even take that sacrifice. And it feels like now that you are aware, Scorpio, you still are stuck in the nostalgia of the old way of doing things. And we're not in that time. And I get it. You know what I mean? It takes longer for others to grasp that we're not in a specific time frame anymore. what you used to, I used to have. You have to stop doubting yourself, Capricorn. Oh, Scorpio. You have to stop doubting yourself. You must have Capricorn in your chart, Scorpio. It says, I release the need to know all the answers. And what did I say, Scorpio, at the beginning? I channeled Scorpio. If you knew all the answers, then don't quote me on it. I'm trying to recall the channel message. If you knew all the answers, then do you believe you will be where you are today? Versus knowing the answers now. Stop doubting yourself, Scorpio. In the past, okay, this is currently happening. Fulfillment, a silent prayer, collected in reverse, discomforted in reverse. You will start adjusting. It just feels like it didn't hit you that you weren't going to get your way, whether that was through divine, the Most High, your people, or your people's. It's like, nah, Scorpio, nope. You're learning this lesson. There's no running from it. Image, orientation in reverse. When it comes to identity, this looks complicated because I would be judging you, Scorpio, if I said this had to do with your sexual orientation. I'll say this. The persona you're trying to uphold has faded. You're exposed. People can see you. You don't have the resources to hide what you've been trying to hide. You have reflection showing right here. Reversed is in reverse, but it's going to show you favor, self-examination, assured. Hold on. I have to take these because they're revealing itself. Insecure. Does it say sophisticated? Yeah. Thyself. Told you. It will work in your favor, or has worked in your favor. The fact of being exposed. Sometimes being exposed frees you. So it's kind of like your stubbornness. You're forced to be humbled in the exchange of being free. So you don't, there's nothing hanging over your head, but do you accept thyself? Do you accept you? Do you accept this version currently of you? Can you look in the mirror and say, I accept myself? Because there's something that people can see that you can't see. Maybe you're trying to figure it out with self-examination and short here. But the fact that reverse is in reverse. Do you like to play Uno? I honestly feel, I'm going to be honest with you, what I see. And what I'm about to tell you, Scorpio, is not to scare you or not to position you to where you'll never watch tarot again. You're still thinking about another master plan. You're going along with the flow. And this time it's not going to be a warning or an opportunity to get it right. This time you will get bit by the snake. You're already enlightened. So this bite is poisonous. It's not a group. There is these group organizations, Pisces. Yeah, that's that nostalgia energy. It's something about your imagination that you have your own reality and there's no changing it. But Scorpio, there is these groups who drink snake venom and they get a high off of it. It's kind of like it's like a false adapting. It's like Scorpio, you can't fool divine, you know that, right? You can't fool the Most High. The Most High knows what you're going to do before you do it. The only thing you can fool the universe because you can tell the universe, yes, I've changed. And so the universe can orchestrate and maneuver things because you've said, I've changed. But that will only hold for so long. You're going to portray yourself, Scorpio. That's what's the enlightenment. Betraying self. I don't think you really know your shadow self. I think you should take heed to those you confide in and forgive whatever incentive that you're supposed to get. Let go of that and really work on yourself in that alone space. You're not lonely, you're being positioned to get yourself right before you take your own self out. And it doesn't give me one more revelation, something you already know. You've heard this word: self-realization, present, self-absorption, modest, bashful. You're a good person, unsettled in reverse, self-awareness. What is this? Ignorant in reverse, unaware, poised in reverse, uneasy, in the present, you're in the past, discerning, deceiving yourself. Like I said, you're going to portray yourself, but it can be prevented. It can be prevented. With this uneasy, are you looking over your shoulder, Scorpio? Are you paranoid? Love. Huh. You want people you don't want to be changed. But I have a question for you, Scorpio. If you don't want change, which is Hierophant energy, then why are you pretending that you're changed? That's complicated. I'm also seeing another message, Scorpio. If you are in a relationship, and if that's not where your heart is, why are you pretending? You want attention and you want it now. But I'm not focused on the entertainment portion of this when it comes to what you're clinging on to. What scares me is this revelation of how many times you get confirmation to stop an old way of being that does not serve you, my Scorpio. The bottom of the deck is the Death card. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. You can't let go of the past. Guilt, denial, perseverance. It's up to you. It's up to you. No one can do it for you. You have to, Scorpio. It's like you can't let go of finding out the next way to take. You like it. And in the beginning, it's all about accepting who you are. But if you accept being a taker, just understand your affiliations won't. There's a level of degree of association. You don't get full access. You have access, but you don't get full access. Meaning, that's why I was wondering why I was seeing the Hierophant energy. Let me show you what the Hierophant looks like. Meaning, you don't get to know what the council discuss. You don't get to go behind the doors anymore. You don't have that access. Let Scorpio see what the Hierophant looks like, and then I will let you know. I'll tell you what the Hierophant is all about. It's the Hierophant. Hierophant is about tradition, organization, schools, institutions, marriage, learning the lesson, assignment, initiation. But let me give you more intel. What this Hierophant is all about. Very powerful card. So you're willing to sacrifice access to power because in your head, Scorpio, the taker that you've become up to this point, you think you're outsmarting everyone, but you are not. I'm hearing oh, Jesus. I am channeling, okay? The Hierophant. The Hierophant is the religious figure found in every culture around the world. He is the archetype of spiritual authority in any culture. He reflects the way you interface with the invisible world and your attitude towards the spiritual realm. He is a place of learning and observation, hope, teacher, and guide, dogma and scripture, religious accessories, society's expectations. You're willing to sacrifice your position. I don't know what you are telling you have a lot of Pisces in your energy where you have programmed yourself to believing that you're going to have some type of power or as much as I want to intrude and ask you, Scorpio, are you planning to take from someone? And the Most High has positioned yourself where you're not able to do so? Like you have enough time to get yourself right before you orchestrate your own destruction. So with that being said, Scorpio, just know whatever it is that you're orchestrating, it has already been exposed way before you see in this reading. The watchers, the councils already know. So you're only deceiving yourself. Okay. What is this? Discard is in reverse. Watchful is in reverse. Confirmation. I am getting goosebumps, and I don't never get goosebumps doing a reading. You have awareness. You're willing to gamble. Like you've had many signs to tell you to know. It's a no. But you're willing to gamble your I'm not finishing this deck. Nope. Give me a word of advice and I'm gonna leave this alone and we're gonna just use some other decks. I was guided to finish this whole deck. I'm not. Nope. I told somebody, and I don't know why I called you Capricorn 2 or 3 times. And it's so crazy because I was given a Capricorn. And I told the Capricorn because the last time I had a dream like that, I didn't tell anyone till after it happened. Actually, I did. I told my family. And one of our associates told me that it wasn't me. In the moment that I made peace that it wasn't me, it happened literally within 24 hours. A Scorpio, or if you're another zodiac sign and you're watching, if you never believed in second chances, I think this will be the time. This will be the time you should not gamble this chance. And I'm gonna leave it at that. The death card is at the bottom of the deck. Let's do another. Let's find something else. When it comes to what my Scorpio is clinging on to, what is it? When it comes to oh gosh, what? That's my 4th time calling you Capricorn, Scorpio. When it comes down to Scorpio, what is Scorpio clinging on to? What is Scorpio? I don't like the way that sounds. What is Scorpio? I ain't never, you know, Scorpio. If you go down the list and listen to me shuffle my decks, I don't ever make that noise. I don't know what's going on. I think it's because I was supposed to finish this deck, but I got chills and I don't open doors and access when no. It's a no. Nobody's blood is gonna be on my hands. No. No sorry, Bob. And I know a Bob. I know the cartoon Bob, Bob the Builder, and I know a Bob who is who sells cars. Do I know any other Bobs? I feel like I do. What else? No. Freedom, surrender. Why is freedom and surrender there? Do you want your freedom, Scorpio? New love, bliss, happiness, gambling. See, I'm done with your reading. Done. So done. So done. Okay. And I'm not even boasting because I'm not a boasting person. I care about you, Scorpio. But one thing I wasn't going to do was position myself where I would be tortured dealing with paranormal activity, opening doors that I wouldn't know how to close. I don't do witchy poo stuff. And when Divine tells me to stop, actually Divine didn't tell me to stop. I felt it. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced a hag or spirits that hold you down. I don't have time for that. No. This is confirmation. You want to be free? Be free. Enjoy love. Have a blissful life. And that's what you should be gambling. Don't gamble all this beautifulness that is in store and waiting for you. So, Scorpio, this lesson that you have to learn, and you're being asked to stop clinging on to the past. You're being asked to stop clinging on to the version that does not serve you anymore. Don't gamble your freedom. And don't gamble off the opportunity of actually experiencing love, this new love. For others of you, this is a reconciliation. For some of you, you're just going to enjoy, traveling and just enjoying the experience of being a part of being amongst givers. Because this is wheat. What do you do with wheat? You gather it, you swift it, you knead it, you dough it, you bake it. And it just feels like you don't have to do any of that labor. Just being a part brings the bliss. And it's up for you if you want to gamble that. And give me the outcome message for Scorpio. All right. What? Oh, What is it that Scorpio is refusing to see? What is my Scorpio refusing to see? Oh, distrust, grief, and deceit. What you're refusing to yourself is that you're lying to yourself, and that you think that if you operate in a certain way, or the decision you, it's like you already have. You know how someone can write down what they're going to do? It's kind of like either that's in your head or you already written down exactly what you're about to embark on. And instead of taking out the time to heal this grief, you're going to use this grief to encourage you, to manipulate you, to create a destruction. You're going to betray yourself. But what you don't see is those you're going to betray already know that you're going to do that. That's the danger part. The bottom of the deck is apathy. Do you see this? You're willing to gamble off this beautiful. And look at, what do sunflowers do? Sunflowers gravitate to the sun. Sunflowers don't turn from the sun, my love. So you are being engulfed by your own light, Scorpio, a deceiving light. So I don't know what demons you are listening to, but you need to stop. What is this? Insecurity. Yep, you have some demons, Scorpio. I ask Most High that you take control of this situation that Scorpio is battling. It just feels like when you don't listen to your shadow self, when you're alone, that's why you don't like to be alone. Because your shadow self, I don't know if you see shadows, but it's your shadow self. It's like your shadow self comes out of you and tortures you. I don't know who I'm talking to. And I was wondering, because I was like, I am not finishing that pile. I don't want that energy not in my space. The devil is a lie. Give me more insight about this shadow energy that is torturing my Scorpio. This could be someone that passed away too, that's torturing you. Female. The hair font. Didn't I say so? The devil is a lie. Like I said, Scorpio, you can be your own destruction, or you can just don't pretend like you're making this a change and pretend to adapt. Because you're only gonna uphold that for so long. There is no secret here on the table. This is a shadow energy of the Hierophant. You made a deal with the devil, Scorpio. That's the elephant in the room. How come? Some type of pact, some type of deal with the devil. 10 of Wands. That's who you work for, the devil. Who is this woman? You're scared of a woman. Stop taking the weight of the world on your shoulders and learn to delegate a share of the work. You're feeling the beginning stage of burnout, so invest in your mental health. The 10 of Wands may also be telling you that now is a good time to purge Declutter and simplify your life, and you'll find the benefit from a better organization. Whatever you're a part of, they already know that you're going to portray them. Who is that portrayed Jesus? Was it Peter? Don't quote me on it. Somebody portrayed Jesus. I can't think of the name. Was it Saul? No. Who was it? Judas. You are the Judas, Scorpio. And I'm not being funny, and I'm not calling you out. You're clinging on to whoever this woman is. If this is your shadow, if this is someone that passed away, I don't know. I just can't pinpoint it. I'm hearing that song by Janet. That's the way love goes. And a lot of people don't know that when Janet wrote all those songs, she was underage. And something about secrecy. There was something, remember, I don't know if you remember when I had this deck, Scorpio. I don't know, I should have numbered the spreads that I did, but it was one of the spreads, Scorpio, where I said, I would never put you in, don't quote me on it. I'll just say what I'm, instead of beating around the bush. I said, I would never put you in a situation, Scorpio, where I would judge your sexual orientation or something like that. Why is Scorpio being forced to do something that they don't want to do? Anger, control. This shadow energy. It's this shadow's energy way or the highway. And you've been trying to tell this shadow energy no for such a long time, but unfortunately, because you sworn in, that's why I said, Scorpio, you sold yourself to the devil. And it doesn't have to necessarily be like the devil himself. It could be you sold yourself to a person who serves the devil. And when you don't abide by what they say, you get tortured by a shadow energy. So that could be why you don't want to be by yourself, because this shadow energy follows you. I don't see Baphomet energy here. This is a bull. It looks this look at this animal. This animal looks like a ram, a bull, a snake, a woman with their hands up. You see that? Now as I get closer, you can't see the woman, but if I pull it back, that animal turns into a woman. This woman knows how to what is it called? Shapeshift. They know how to shapeshift the realms. Whoever this is knows the arts. They do. But when it comes to instinct, I see a Doberman Pinscher, a bull, a ram, but I don't see a Baphomet. And this is my shadow energy deck. I don't see Baphomet here. So you have more control over this person or this shadow energy. That's the deception. This shadow energy is causing fear. I don't know where this is going. I really don't. But I'm going to get out of it. How about that? What are the messages you have for Scorpio regarding this insecurity? Oh, Scorpio, your shadow self, whenever you feel this insecurity, you act out destructively. And that's what needs to stop. Your destructive behavior, whether you accept it today or not. If you keep going this way, you'll be consumed by your destructiveness. What is the message for this insecurity, please? Thank you. The Six of Wands. This is Six of Water in reverse. Whatever dreams you want to come true, they will not. Your wish will not be granted, Scorpio, if you don't let go of this destructiveness. And the destructiveness can come in the way of taking. This destructiveness if you're trying to start some type of if you're trying to orchestrate some type of cult, it's going to start off good, but then there's going to be a possession, and that's, oh, thank you, Divine. I was wondering, because I was like, I am not going to finish this day. I don't like that spirit, and I don't welcome it. Whatever this is whatever spirit you're trying to conjure up, if this is if you conjured up a loved one who passed away, if you're thinking that they are going to operate under your command, what you don't know is before this person passed away, they did a ritual. But the ritual that they did, they were possessed by this spirit. So when you resurrect this spirit, this loved one, it won't be them. It'll be this spirit they were possessed by. So when you had your last words with this person, or whatever information that was passed down to be told to you, Scorpio, it wasn't your loved one. They were already possessed from the arts that they were doing. They were not themselves. That's what you don't know. Clarify this to give, what spirit was it? What spirit was it? What spirit was it? And I don't have to say nothing. You saw that. Control. They were not themselves. I love you, Scorpio. I'm here to serve you, Scorpio. But what I will not do, I will not position myself to where I put myself in jeopardy. Not only am I a mother, I am a guide. I am a loving person. And I want to be able to continue to serve you. I will not gamble my gifts off. Okay? It's not worth it. Let's give you a little bonus. For my Scorpio, dealing with 12 zodiac signs, what does Scorpio need to know? With my Scorpios that are clinging on to an Aries, what does Scorpio need to know? My Scorpio that is clinging on to an Aries within the next few months. You're going to get a visitation from an Aries to reassure you that a loved one is okay. So whoever that loved one is, they were not, they were possessed by an entity. But yes, they're in heaven. Clarify so Aries don't think I'm bullshitting. Is this loved one, and they must have been an Aries, because that's what I was getting out of that. Is this person in heaven? Reconciliation. Didn't I say they're gonna come visit you and give you a reassurance? You see how there's the shadow energy? They're gonna come forth. The energy is gonna come forth because they're going to introduce you to this shadow energy. So I guess Divine wanted me to make you aware so that you'll be aware. Are you sure you want to deal with you? Are you sure you want to be a part of a cult that's operated by this entity? It's a woman. If the person is alive and you don't know how to tell this person no, they're possessed. And I think you know it. And I think you like it. I don't know what that means. I was channeling. Anywho, let's move forward. Now I'm hearing that song. That's the way love goes. My Scorpios that are clinging on to a Taurus, what's the message? Up in the air, perfect timing. Don't force this relationship with a Taurus. Just stop clinging on to them. What will be, will be. Let the good times unfold naturally, Scorpio. You don't want to push your Taurus into demise, is what I'm being guided to tell you. For my Scorpios that are clinging on to a Gemini, you're being asked to let them be. You can't force them to see what you see. Allow them to show up in the connection or whatever dealings you have with the Gemini. My Scorpios that are clinging on to a Cancer, what's the message? You got a lot of messages going on, Scorpio. When it comes to you clinging on to this Cancer, you guys come from the same bloodline. What is it that Scorpio doesn't see? That you are somebody and you're ready to represent your bloodline. I don't know what that means, Scorpio. You dealing with a Cancer. A Cancer that you're clinging on to is your bloodline. Associated or is your bloodline, something about that. My Scorpio is clinging on to, with the Leo. Stop asking for Leo for help because they're not going to help you. They come off in the public like they help everyone else, but when it comes to you, they tell you that they're going to help you, but they never show up. Stop asking Leo for help, Scorpio. My Scorpios that are clinging on to a Virgo, what's the message? My Scorpio clinging on to a Virgo, what's the message? Why? Hold on. Why is it that Leo is refusing to help Scorpio. I'm getting Scorpio that Leo sees that you can do it. If Leo doesn't mind helping you. So if you see Leo helping everyone else, it's because Leo helps people who can help themselves. Leo won't be their cup won't be empty after the people they help. When it comes to you, Leo is saying, I am not gonna fill your cup and be empty too. Huh. What is it that Scorpio, why is it that Leo's not wanting to help Scorpio? Why is it that Leo distrusts? They don't trust that you're gonna do what you're gonna do. You like you have a pattern of not doing what you say you're gonna do. That's why they haven't stepped in to help you. It's not that they don't trust you. They know that if Leo was to give you some money, Leo knows you're not gonna pay him back. Leo knows you're not gonna do what you said you're gonna do with the money. So basically, you're irresponsible. That's why Leo's not helping you. When it comes to filling your cup with the matters of the heart, Leo knows that if they fill your cup, they will be empty. And Leo's not going to gamble that off, Scorpio. My Scorpio that's clinging on to Virgo, what's the message? Dang, whatever it is, it's a no. Virgo is not willing to start. Don't nobody trust you, Scorpio. I'm not trying to scare you off, but hey, you know what? I've received messages where I don't want to hear the truth. But then the moment that I accept the truth, sometimes I wish that I would have accepted it the first time. So you have a lot of stubbornness. You can have Taurus in your chart, which is showed in your shadow energy, the Hierophant. People, when I channeled that there was shape shifting in there, people don't know what to expect from you, Scorpio. But when it comes to clinging onto a Virgo, if you think Virgo is going to move with you, or if you think Virgo is going to give you approval, they are not. So if you're thinking that Virgo is going to loan you money, it doesn't make sense. Whatever this is, it doesn't make sense, Virgo. And your reading is full of you being in your head that's not realistic. That pattern has came out in your spreads, few spreads. The overall message that stood out, Scorpio, was the fact that you're stuck in a time period of what you used to. And it feels like you're trying to convince a Virgo. Virgo will hear you out, but it feels like Virgo is going to tell you yes, but in reality, you both know that it's a no. My Scorpios that's clinging on to a Libra. What is the message for my Scorpios that's clinging on to a my Scorpios that's clinging on to a Libra? What you don't see is you need to take matters out of your own hand and ask your angels to assist you dealing with a Libra. You have compromise in reverse, and if you believe, your belief system is at stake. Your relationship is at stake. Your relationship, I'm a true believer. I never position myself where I pass judgment on anybody to where my flesh would speak that someone wouldn't change. I'm a true believer that if a person is willing to change, they will. And you clinging on to this Libra, it looks like they are wanting to I don't know if they want to. They're wanting favor. Your person is wanting favor. Your person is trying to orchestrate something behind the scenes without you knowing. If you can back up off your Libra for a minute and let Libra do what they need to do, they'll be able to manifest what it is you need at this time. They can show up for you the way you need them to, but you have to give Libras leadway and space to be able to do that. So if Libra lacks financial stability, allow Libra to position themselves to be stable so that they can provide. When it comes to working with Libra, I don't see you letting Libra make their own decisions. And it just looks like if you keep going on this way with Libra Scorpio, it's going to position Libra Scorpio to pray you away. It's like Libra may find themselves having a moment with their angels, our specific guide, and they're asking to get out of this relationship, our connection, our affiliation with you. My Scorpios that are dealing with the Sagittarius must my Scorpios that are clinging onto a Scorpio like themselves. What's the message? Mm. You don't have to believe me. I'm gonna just do my job like I'm supposed to. Forgiveness. Scorpio, you're a Scorpio. You clinging onto a Scorpio. They told you that they forgive you, but they do not. There you have it. My Scorpios that are dealing with the Sagittarius. Because if you forgive them, why are you clinging on to them? Let Scorpio breathe, Scorpio. My Scorpio's clinging on to a Sagittarius. It's the same thing like Libra. This person, this Sagittarius, they don't, but they're atheists. That's why you guys are clashing. You're clinging on to that. You can convince them to believe what you believe. Well, you're gonna keep on. No need to worry. Choose a new direction and opportunity. Yeah, Scorpio. Instead of you being the taker, this is your Sagittarius. They're a taker. They're gonna, since you're not gonna accept them for who they are, of them being an atheist. Scorpio, your person is going to put on a mask and get everything out of you. They're going to do everything you want them to, and once they suck you dry of everything you have, you may wake up and see that they are gone. I don't see this person taking the material things. I see them taking everything you have in the bank. Moving forward, my Scorpios that are dealing with, yeah, let me give a love oracle for my Scorpio that was dealing with this a thief. Because Scorpio, so basically, your Sagittarius is a thief. Okay. And they told you up front that they don't believe in God. So um, it's a difference from a person who admits that they don't believe in God, won't be accountable, versus a person who holds it a secret. They will reap bad karma. Um, Everything is in decency and order. Law, everything has laws to it. From how our body operates, our eyes, to how we drink water, to how we breathe air, and it's just everything has order and law, and it's just so simple. The reason why this person is not going to get bad karma for robbing is because they admitted that they do not serve a god. They serve the devil himself. But you can stop that. You deserve love. Yeah, this person is going to come in. They're not going to love bomb you, but they are being. This is my orchestrated card. This is not someone who finds you, Scorpio. This Sagittarius you're clinging on to, they're programmed. Meaning, it's kind of like, say I know Scorpio, and I'm like, I envy you from afar, Scorpio. So I'm like, Sagittarius, this is what I need you to do, because I'm so sick of Scorpio winning and I need everything from Scorpio. So this is what you do. Admit that who you serve, so that I won't be affected and you won't be affected. We still gonna win together. So Sagittarius, listen to the person who gave them instructions to come towards you to take from you. Now, only you will know, Scorpio. Did they admit to you that they serve the devil? If they did not admit to you, then they will reap bad karma. But if they did tell you that they serve the devil, what you need to do is call judgment. Release it and give it to divine. And then divine will orchestrate the matters at hand. But if you try to do this on your own, even this, if you were to take this to silver court, you wouldn't win, because you were willingly. It's like you knew this whole time you were just giving, right? So technically you won't have proof that the person took. But you're lovable, though. Don't be gullible. Just because you're lovable don't mean you have to be gullible, Scorpio. Oh, my Scorpio's clinging onto a Capricorn. What's the message? My Scorpio's clinging on to a Capricorn. It's a no, but it's a yes. Capricorn doesn't like you clinging on to them. And that detected that is a lie. Capricorn loves the fact that you are clingy. They like it. Just, I don't know why that's the only message. What you don't see is that Capricorn loves your attention, but you keep convincing yourself that they don't. And that's the discord in the connection, is the fact that you keep telling Capricorn how they feel about you, and you are incorrect. What is it that what is the message for Scorpios that are clinging on to Aquarius? What is the message? Listen to your intuition. Did you hear what I said, Scorpio? When it comes to you clinging on to Aquarius, listen to your intuition. What is your intuition telling you? The bottom of the deck is romance. So you can get out of your head and experience this connection, or continue to be up in your head and miss the whole experience with Aquarius. For my Scorpios that are clinging on to a Pisces, what's the message? Thank you. Don't stop is coming in reverse. An opportunity. All right. The moment that you release Pisces is a moment that the universe is not going to give you this opportunity dealing with Pisces. You have to release Pisces so that you can experience this. If you've ever had any breaks from Pisces previously, do you notice that things are good in your life, or things shift in your favor, but the moment you get back with Pisces, all of it fades? So there's your answer. Release Pisces and receive this opportunity. Your Pentacles. What's going on behind the scenes for Scorpio? What is Scorpio clinging on to behind the scenes? What is my Scorpio clinging on to behind the scenes? All right. Numbers. No 6s, no 11s. Split. What's going on behind the split? What's going on behind the scene? Behind the scenes is it has to be 50-50. So I split the deck. Coattail. Someone is an opportunist, and this opportunist is envious of you. 83 could be significant. Someone could be born in 87. Capricorn. Is Capricorn 87? No, Capricorn is December. Capricorn cusp is January. Was someone's born in 87 Capricorn? Scorpio. I keep calling you Capricorn. Secret lover is going on behind the scenes. The obstacle here at him, what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to clinging on to your lover. This is a whole new spread. This is what's going on behind the scenes, Scorpio. Your lover is no longer going to be a secret. And when it's no longer a secret, you guys will not be together anymore. For others of you, will also see here, my Scorpios who are in a relationship behind the scenes. This person is an opportunist. And once you stop giving them what they want, they're going to show you who they are, which is envious of you. This person, I don't want to say despise you. It's just they feed off you. And the moment that you're ready to let this person go, this person is going to show you who they are. They don't like you. That's why you're a secret lover. All right, that's the behind the scene messages. Any words of advice tomorrow? For those of you who are in a relationship, you're going to find out who the secret lover is of your person, who the third party is. You have abundance here. I told you. Suck you dry. Envy. You're going to have to discipline yourself and hold back from giving to this person because they are already trying to find a reason to get out of the situation because they already see you're not giving like you normally do. So they already have a supply, but the joke is going to be on them. Ooh, love, guilt, grief, denial. Whoever is the secret lover is okay with being the secret lover. That's for some of you. Others of you, whoever's a secret lover, once it's exposed, the relationship is done with. Because I'm hearing that song. Secret lover. That's what we are. I don't know who sings that song. But what the person, the secret lover, that once it's exposed and they split, what do they want to tell? Definitely. You already knew. You promised that you would keep it, that you knew how to keep this under control. With discipline and indecisive, you thought that they will eventually settle in and accept of making it public. But unfortunately, they meant what they said. When they said they wanted this to be a secret, they meant that. What is this envious energy of the person? How do they truly feel outside of the envious of Scorpio once Scorpio doesn't spoil them or give them their money? Uh, and the reason why I'm laughing is because I'm not seeing this as a no. I'm seeing this as this person saying, game on. I'm going to punish you for not giving to me. Bottom of the deck is the Pentacle. This person is going to give you hell until you give them what they want. And you have, what do you want? This is going to be hard to get rid of this taker. Oh. Give me one more spread for Scorpio, please. One more spread for Scorpio. Excuse me. You had a lot of messages came out. You got your clarity. You should have got your clarity. All right. What is the message for Scorpio? Swinging on 2 messages. Thank you. 8. As above, so below. This is a good karma or a bad karma. It's up to you. You are in control of your fate, Scorpio. You can go back to the beginning. So many spreads was in this session. So give me an overall angel guide message for Scorpio. Angel guide message for Scorpio, please. Ease and grace is your angel guide message. And ease and grace intel, Scorpio, for your overall clinging on to messages. It says, Scorpio, this is the time to learn and adapt. You are being guided to slow down, take your time, take in the current moment, and allow space for events to occur. You often put too much pressure and expectations on yourself, and this is not required. Also, with constant effort and rush, you'll find yourself becoming overwhelmed and tired. When you are too forceful, you use up too much energy, and that may hinder your progress at this time. If you are in a difficult situation at work or with other people, don't feel you have to prove your skills, talents, or worth. Just step back and breathe. And through grace, you will be seen, understood, and recognized for who you truly are. Ain't that confirmation? Who you truly are. So do you know thyself? And that's your shadow energy. Do you know your shadow energy? Do you know your your light energy? Do you know your flesh energy? Do you know your heart energy? Do you know your mind energy? Those are some things to think about, Scorpio. Hey, those are the messages that came out for you. Good morning. And don't forget, love is kind. Don't forget, love is gentle. Until we meet again. Those were the messages that came out for you in your session of what are you clinging on to.